Morning everyone. So this morning I'm heading out to see a family. The government brought a child here the other day called Bariki, and they said the family were in trouble, special needs child. They built a mud and stick house on the bottom of a hill, and now the government, well, the village chairman which is associated with the government here, has been and told them that they have to move the house because the rain will knock the house down eventually, which it probably will considering where it's located. And they're in a village we've never helped before. They wanted us to take the child, but I don't believe that's the best thing for the child because I can see the mother actually really loves him. So I'm going to try and move the whole family, because she has 4 other children, to Uchira, and the father's not employed, and try and give the father a job here at Feather's Tail, because we are starting our agriculture project soon, and most people in Tanzania live from agriculture, so they understand a little bit of it. So I'm hoping I can get him a job working on the agriculture side of things and get them a room to live in outside of Feather's Tail or inside of Feather's Tail. We'll see what happens. We're running out of space again, but I've got a 3-room house getting built now. Perhaps they can live in one of those, but it's such a large family I might have to rent them a room outside of Feather's Tail. We've started talking about renting a big building in Uchira, so we can use that as accommodation for other families that can't fit inside the compound until we can buy more land and expand, basically. So time will see Feather's Tail operating as we want it to, but for now I'm going to head off and see this family and see if we can't offer them that level of support instead of separating the family, taking the child away, providing income for the father, or even if we can't provide him employment here, perhaps set him up in business or provide him with a small amount of land so he can provide for his own family. So sustainability is what we're all about with regards to the work we're doing here. So. Okay. Our first stop of the day was to see Bibi's house, who is the grandmother of Emmanuel, who now lives with us. And this is the house, but it's not safe because there's been a fire and everything got burned. You see here. But the ceiling beams are exactly the same. I'll go inside and show you. So it's not safe to live in anymore, and this is where she was living with Emmanuel, in this room before the fire. So now someone has allowed them to live somewhere else because it made them homeless, but she is still homeless because she can't stay there forever. So we're going to have to try and find the money to put a roof on Bibi's house and give her somewhere to live permanently. So yeah. I don't know how she managed bringing Emmanuel up in here though, to be honest. It must have been a big job for her. So. Because there's no addresses pretty much in this area of Tanzania, well there are no addresses here, and we are up in the mountains and it's just like a maze. The Bibi has jumped in with us so she can take us to the home of the government worker who brought them to us to start with. And then she can lead us to this other family who are in trouble. So never that straightforward in Tanzania. And today is without a doubt the first day. I'm extremely grateful that I managed to buy a 4-wheel drive because it would have took us hours to drive up here in the Nissan, if it would have made it, that is. So. How this family is managing with a disabled child all the way at the bottom of this valley, I have no idea. Because even without a child in your arms, you can barely walk down here. Salah. So this is their house, and this family are about to be made homeless because the location of the house, when it rains, there's a lot of water and rocks coming down, and you've seen how steep that was walking down. This is a recent little issue they've had. So the people, the village chairman, have come and said, we want you out before someone dies down there. But they have nowhere to go, but they're going to have to move anywhere for their own safety, so they're effectively going to be made homeless. Mama, puli sana. So this is where they are living with their 5 children, one of which is disabled, and as I say, the house is going to fall down because the landslide's hitting the back, literally hitting the back of the house when it's raining. So they have to move, and we are moving them more than 17 kilometres through Chira from here, so we're moving them through Chira. But the father can work as a blacksmith, so we're going to get him an anvil, as well as working in Featherstone, so he can do some private enterprise, so he can make some local tools for agriculture, and he can sell them, his wife can sell them on the market, whilst we look after Bariki, the child, at Featherstone. So. It's strange, you find people here with so much faith even when they have nothing, which is what that shows you. Very hard life here. So we're climbing up here, and it's steep, it's very steep. That lady's having to do it every day just so she can cook for her family. So you have an idea what life can be like. And this is why people here are really rather often physically strong and healthy, because they don't have to flick a switch to cook. You've got to climb down into a forest and climb back up with about 10 kilos of wood balanced on top of your head. So, okay. Ooh, I'm going to get off before someone slides and falls into my face. For all Bibi has to do that every day. We offered our help, but now the father of Bariki won't let us do the help, so he wants to do it himself. So for all, actually, he did a good deed. She's now gone back down to get her other bundle of wood. So he's cut her work in half, but he hasn't took the work away from her anyway. Another way of life here. It really is. Something alarming, not 5 minutes walk from that disabled child's house. we see a load of people looking really miserable, these people, and Tom said himself he thought maybe someone had died and it was a funeral or something, but they were all waiting to see the witch doctor. So it's very alarming that a disabled child is living so close to a witch doctor, considering that Nimzana came to live with us yesterday under protection from witch doctors. So, unbelievable.
May